It's time for Rabbi Minkowicz's weekly Torah lesson. Here with his spiritual perspective and insight, Rabbi Minkowicz.
Welcome to this week's Torah lesson. This week's Torah portion is Parsha's Chukat. The question of the week is, how can we overcome the Satan? Now, what is the Satan? Interesting, as we know, there's the Satan and the Yetzer Hara. What is the difference between the Satan and the Yetzer Hara? The Yetzer Hara will tell you, don't listen to God. Yetzer Hara. Ra means bad. He'll literally tell you, don't listen to God. Don't do this mitzvah. Don't pray. Don't go to synagogue. Don't help somebody. That's what the Yetzer Hara does. And obviously, against the Yetzer Hara, it's very simple. We're not listening to you. We listen to God. The Satan, on the other hand, is more trickier. Because the Satan says, fine, you want to listen to God? Okay. But what do you have to get so inspired and to be excited? Just do what you have to. And put your excitement in other areas of your life. So the Satan will never tell you not to listen to God. That's the Yetzer Hara's job. The Satan will tell you to do it, but he'll try to kill the excitement in your life. Now, obviously, the goal is how do you overcome the Satan? So what's interesting is, in this week's Torah portion, Parsha's Chukat, we learn about the category of mitzvot which are called chukim, statutes. What does that mean? We know mishpatim are rules that make sense. So when you're doing something that makes sense, it makes sense. Your heart and soul's into it. You got it. We're not robots. It makes sense, and I appreciate doing it. What happens when it comes to Eidos, testimony? Oh my gosh, we went out of Egypt. If we're celebrating Passover, it's excitement. It's meaningful. There has meaning. There's understanding. We can relate to it. There's feelings with it. But when it comes with chukas, there's no reason. There's no logic. So one might go ahead and say, okay, fine, I just got to do it. Comes along the Torah and tells them, no, the same excitement that you have for mishpatim, where it makes sense, or Eidos, because it's commemorating something meaningful to you, that is the same excitement and passion you have to have for chukas, for the chukim. But how? And the answer is just because. Just because. God wants to train us that we should be excited about serving God, whether it makes sense, it doesn't make sense, it has something of value to us or not. We will follow God either way. And by practicing following God with excitement, we'll follow God in excitement in everything that we do. So how do you overcome the Satan? By focusing in and remembering the chukim, that we're going to listen to God and we're going to be inspired and excited through whatever God tells us. And this way, if the Satan wants to come and knock at our inspiration, we will have good practice of following God with true simcha and true joy. This week's Torah lesson is a memory of Baruch ben Aryeh Leib and Shlomo ben Yosef. May their souls be elevated by the Torah we're studying in their memory. Thanks so much for joining us for our weekly Torah lesson. For more information, please see our website.